like I'm not sure you must have seen it. Like when Argentina was scoring, he was like yelling, going up in his face and like taunting him. Like stuff like that is like, I don't know. Even for me, if that's like, imagine like so when it was when Barca's
wait, who was taunting who? Who were you
so
referring
okay,
to?
remember when Messi scored that third goal in extra time?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he went up to Mbappe was like at the center line. He was looking at the ball. He goes up to his face and like taunts him, like yells him, like screams at him, like yeah, celebrates right in front of him,
Yeah,
like
I
in his
like that
face.
shit. We need that
No,
shit. We
no,
need
no.
that
For me,
shit. You're saying that because you're a France fan. Like,
no.
I
I'm
get
I'm
it.
saying
Like,
that for me, that's like there's like limit. Like that's a sportsman. Like you can't do that.
well,
Like
Mbappe does
How
the
was that
same shit. Mbappe was
unsportsmanlike?
going no,
Mbappe does the
taunting
same
somebody in
shit.
front of their face
Yeah,
like that.
it's your
Mbappe does the
opponent.
same
Opponent.
shit.
No. You
What are
don't
you
taunt in front of your
doing?
like you can taunt in front of the fans, so on and so forth. But like,
But
because the
that's
thing
the
is,
opponent. That's the opponent.
Bro, yeah,
no,
like, what are you doing?
Look,
Like,
I agree. I agree. Having that fucking
no. For
Mbappe
me,
goal
it's like,
after the
hey,
World Cup win, that was like over the line. But
no,
like
for me,
that's
it's
his
like
opponent, man.
for me, if it's like, okay, if in the game Mbappe's gone and like told them like you're crap or like told them something, then okay,
Mbappe was
fine.
talking trash. Mbappe was actually talking trash.
No,
in that
the
game.
only thing the thing that I think because during that game was before Mbappe talked about how European football like was higher quality than South America. That's the only thing he
No,
said.
talking during the game, he was talking trash. Cuti Romero even said it in an interview. He was talking
Well,
shit to Enzo. He was talking trash. Mbappe talks trash. Are you serious right now?
no, he
Are you
does.
actually
No,
serious?
what did he say in that game? What was he
It's not
saying?
about what he said. That wasn't revealed. What's said on the pitch stays on the pitch. But he was talking trash. Mbappe talks trash. He was talking trash to Vardio and then mocked him after he scored. Like, that's part of the game. It's not. Don't
Okay,
talk about
no.
this
Okay, so that's the
unsportsmanlike.
difference. So like what he did to Gavardo there, I'm okay with because he's sort of, but like him, he's like chased him out, ran up to him, and then that. Like there's been
Bro,
times where like
I like
Robin
that
or
shit. I
Ribery have
like that
gone
shit.
like
That's
they missed the
competitive. That's the
penalty. They missed the penalty, and then one of the defenders like it was a yeah this one that one yeah they missed a penalty and they screamed in their face. And if he does that in retaliation, then fine. Like he
bro,
goes.
but
Dude,
that's
this is banter, man. This
is
is
that
banter.
yeah, like
He
yeah,
goes
there's nothing
once.
wrong with that.
He goes
There's
once.
nothing
Goes no,
there's
keep
nothing
going.
wrong with
He comes
that.
back. He
There's
comes
not
back though. He comes back
Bro,
and yells in his face again.
it's
Like
of
for me,
course
unless
what he
Mbappe's
does.
like for me, no. For me, that's like if you do
Well,
that, I'm crying.
it's like this Argentina, Netherlands. Remember when they won the penalty shootout? Otamendi was like this to the Netherlands. Juno, we discussed this before regarding the referee and Bellingham. I said you shouldn't do that to a referee because he's neutral. He's not your opponent. But this is your opponent. Why shouldn't he be able to celebrate against him?
No, for me, that's taunting.
Bro, like
for me, that's
bro,
taunting. No,
remember
for me,
Yeah,
okay,
but
for
what's
me,
good-
that's
for
a
me,
good
my thing is
that's a good
if you get a yellow card for taunting the fans and like instigating against the fans, and you just do your because against the fans, okay, they're mocking you. Okay, that's even then like within reason, obviously, but like because you think like Jamie Vardy, if you do like when he does like his like bird celebration against fans, you get a yellow card for that. You get a yellow card for taking your shirt off. If you go in someone's face, you yell at them like that. You go up to them like that. If you do it in a game, just up to them,
bro,
you
it's
oftentimes you get a
part
yellow.
of the game.
Okay,
It's
Junior,
part-
if I
dude,
put
it's
myself in
part of the
Mbappe's
game.
place,
Like,
yeah, if I put myself in Mbappe's place, we concede a goal, and someone screams at me, I'm like, game is game, man. What the fuck can I do, man? We just conceded a goal.
that's all it is. That's all it is, dude.
Nah,
Like,
for
bro,
me,
like I like Ahmed brought up a comment. Like, bro, Mbappe told Jordi Alba, like, in la calle, yo te mato, like, I will fucking kill you.
yeah,
I
but
will
that's
kill
because he
you
was
in the streets.
retaliating, and also like it was both
That's what he told them.
for no. For me,
He wasn't retaliating. No, he wasn't. He wasn't retaliating. He was fucking talking trash. He was talking trash to poor little Serginho Dest.
no, but that's no. I
You think
know
Serginho
what
Dest is
altercation you're
trash to
talking.
Mbappe? He was.
Look, he comes back. That
Genius, man. Genius.
Bro, that's
the
nuts.
thing is,
Bro,
what he's
I
saying
like
that this
that
guy
shit.
dropped a
I
hat
love
trick
it.
on
I
your
love
ass.
that.
This guy dropped a hat trick
personally
on
love
your
that.
ass.
Me personally,
This guy dropped a
I love
hat
that
trick on
Yeah,
you.
but he
Yeah,
won
I
the
love
game.
that.
Like,
Yeah, like, dude, it's
No.
part of competing.
for
I don't
me,
get
like-
what, like, I don't get it, dude. Let me give you another example. Dembele, the Girona game. When we scored, when the goalkeeper made that mistake, Dembele went in the goalkeeper's face and laughed at him. in his face.
Yeah, nah, for me, like,
There's
I
a
mean,
clip
it's
of it.
funny, but not for me. Like, even for me, it's like, nah, don't do that.
Dude,
Don't do
this
that.
is part of the game. It's part of the fucking game, bro. It's just part of competing. I don't like.
I think
Like, I get though,
for me,
like,
that's
why
for
you'd be
me.
mad at
I
it
draw the
because
line. That's
you
too
were
far.
you were just supporting France, so that's why I get why you were mad.
No,
at
even
that.
like
I can understand.
if Dembele does that, like, or the Holland thing, you smash against their head. Like, for me, that's like too far, buddy. Like, come on, they're like,
Nah, man, it's part of the game, dude.
nah. For me, I can't control that.
But what's wrong with it, Junior? What do you feel
It's
is wrong with it?
unsportsmanlike. It's unsportsmanlike to go and like go in their face like that.
Yeah, but
It's like it's
football
one thing.
players,
Mbappe,
football
he did it. He
players
looked
are not
going
forced
back.
to be sportsmen. They're not forced to. Obviously, the consequences of that is that their PR image, like they see them as an unsportsmanlike person, but that's not against the rules. Like he's never been, like he's not doing anything wrong.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure.
Maybe
I mean,
more.
I think you could though. Like, because if you go and you like you go and you stand in front of the away fans and you tell them to shush or something, you can get a card for that, for instigation in a game against your opposing fans.
Okay, I mean, I disagree. I disagree.
Yeah,
with that,
I would disagree with that. But for me,
that's entirely
going in
thing.
front of a player, for me, that's like you're targeting somebody else specifically against a group. Like it's the same thing. If you accuse just a general population, making an accusation against a specific individual is typically worse than just making a generalized thing, like celebrating taunting against the fans and whatnot. Fine, but going and doing so like to a single person, nah.
Yeah, but as Tosin
Like,
said, Mbappe
for me-
probably was talking a lot of shit before that as well.
I don't
Yeah,
think
he
he
was.
was not.
He
I mean,
definitely-
you'll
no,
have to
you're
go
wrong.
and show me
Bro,
what he was saying in that game.
Mbappe. You don't know Mbappe. For you to say he wasn't doing anything, you do not know who Mbappe is.
I mean, I know he's done in the
you
past,
don't
but
know
in this
Mbappe.
game, I mean, I have to see what did he say? What was he
Okay,
saying?
I mean,
Bro,
I'm just
I'm
looking
sure you
at
can Google
pictures
it.
here.
I'm sure you can Google it. You can Google just
know,
Google
I'm just seeing
Romero,
pictures
Mbappe,
like
and
Mbappe doing shit like this, dragging his shirt, pushing him around. So no, they definitely had.
When is that? When
Yo,
is
yo,
that though? Is this
and-
before or after that?
And yo, Mo, just Google Romero, Mbappe, Enzo. Just Google that. I'm sure you'll find a story or two.
Evil side. Ooh.
See, like Mbappe was talking shit too.
Okay. Romero celebrated everything for Kylian Mbappe's his in front of French after goal Lionel Messi. La la la. He's claiming he was just returning the PSG start a receipt.
A receipt, basically.
See,
So he was
a
just
receipt.
doing what he was doing back at him.
Romero stated that Mbappe said something to Enzo Fernandez, which did not sit well with him. In the minute before shouting the goal to Mbappe, he said some nonsense sick to Enzo Fernandez. I didn't like it that much. I was really hard. They just scored the goal and came out of me. This is thinking for when they stayed there, they pressed me a little bit bigger amount, maximum respect. So
It
what did he
remains
say,
within.
What did
and
he
said
say?
it
What did he
remains-
say?
And he says it remains within.
No.
the
For
field.
me, if you're
that's what
going
he
and
has
saying
to
it, you taunt
do.
that. You even say be a man and you say what he said.
No.
For me, you say it.
No.
that
What's
stays
said
in
on
the game, man.
field-
That stays in
what's
the
said
game.
on the
That's
pitch
like
stays on
snitching.
the pitch. Yeah, exactly, dude. What are you talking about,
Bro, if you've
dude?
got no.
Dude.
If this guy's gone and said, I mean, I want to know if this guy's just said like, oh, he's not all that great, and was like, fine, buddy. Like, if he's going and like side them out, fair enough.
Man, the fact that you think that Mbappe wasn't doing anything in that game is crazy. Of course, Mbappe was talking shit.
The only thing I remember from
Junior,
that
if he
game,
did talk shit, if he said some really bad stuff to Enzo and Romero did that, would you say it's fair?
yeah, then I would say it's fair. Yeah, if he said some like, what am I trying to think? Like, there's been times, for example, I remember specifically when it was, I think Robin missed a penalty, or it was Bayern. They were playing against Dortmund and they missed a penalty, and they like screamed in their faces. Like, this guy looked back at him, was like, ha 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 ha. If you do that, then yes, you're fair game. You can retaliate, so on and so forth. But if it's undeserved, unretaliated, you go at the person. It's like, buddy, like, what did I do to you?
Bro, like, what about when Mbappe laughed at Harry Kane? Do you know Mbappe was talking shit?
He wasn't like
You know
that.
Mbappe
No.
was talking-
For me,
Mbappe
that's
was
for me.
talking
That's
shit.
for me. That's more
Dude,
so that
But
the Harry
Mbappe
Kane one,
was
because
talking
I remember
shit.
I made a
Mbappe
video
was
about.
talking shit the whole game. Mbappe was talking shit that whole game to the England players. He was talking shit to Rice. He was, bro, you gotta actually watch these games more closely. Mbappe be talking hella shit. Even on
I'm
our
not denying
team,
the fact that Mbappe
even on our
talks.
team, Dembele talks hella shit. But you don't really see it. But he be talking shit. Like,
wait, Tushin, I found something. So this is Enzo Fernandez. I remember what he told me things about the game. There were plays that we were celebrating during the game. He made signs to us if he were going to kill us. He told us that we were going to win the final. That's what PG started interview. So he was fucking threatening them. Again, I don't fucking care. It's part of the game and everything.
exactly.
But
I don't mind that.
Mbappe
It's
ain't
part
a
of being a
fucking victim or
competitor.
something.
Yeah, like this is war. It's fucking
No, I'm not
war.
scared.
out
No,
here.
don't get me wrong.
I don't
Don't get me
know
wrong. I'm
why.
not saying like he's a victim. I'm not saying, oh boy, he needs to be called. I'm just saying for me, like to go unprovoked. If Mbappe truly went and like started this and instigated,
Enzo says it here. He got into with me. I don't know why. And well, I have a soldier defenseman. Kuti's crazy when we scored the goal. I remember. So he's saying Enzo's saying here, yeah, Kuti did that to defend Enzo because
I
of
mean,
what Mbappe said.
I'll take him on his word. If that's fine, then fine. Yeah, then it's fair game in that sense. But like for me, it's let's say Mbappe, if Mbappe hadn't done anything, just play his game, whatnot, and you go into like in front of his face. For me, it's like, buddy, like there's if there's previous, then yeah, fine. That's for me. That's the thing.
Man,
But
that's
but
crazy.
Junior,
When you play, you
you
never
stepping
talk
in
shit.
Mbappe's place.
Pardon? No,
Like,
there's
when you play any
there's
sports,
talking
you never
crap.
talk
There's
shit?
talking crap, and then going and taunting the guy in front of his face
He
as he
just
scores.
celebrates. He should celebrate. He
No,
just
you're not.
celebrates.
It's not just like a little cheeky. This guy went up. This no. There's a difference between the difference because people you talked about the Harry Kane one. Because I made a video talking about this. For me, that's way too far. People talk. Oh yeah, but look at what Mbappe did to Harry Kane. First of all, Mbappe the Harry Kane one. He was just celebrating in general. He's happy that he missed. Harry Kane was on the other side of the pitch. Harry Kane didn't see him. This guy went out, looked for Mbappe, turned. This guy was gonna no. The first thing is that this guy Mbappe, he went because he was the defender, right? He was behind Mbappe, was initially sprinting towards to go celebrate with his teammates. Did a double take, went back, looked at that is like this guy was Mbappe was living rent free in his head. That's for me, that's crazy. To go, you look him out, you look and you try to chant in his face. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. Because even the Mbappe, the Gavardio one, this guy's like, he slid down. He's like, oh, look at this guy, so on and so forth. That's more like friendly banter. That for me, that's on the level of like, going and replicating like the player celebration, so on and so forth, stuff like that, harmless stuff like that. But going and finding out, celebrating in his face like that. Because for me, you do that to me, depending on the situation, but you're getting packed. Like stuff like that. Like imagine if somebody does that to you in a final. Like you're like in the final, emotions are pissed, things are going like that. Thomas to your face, yells at you like that. Because it's not, if he just gone back, walked past him and told him like, oh, you're crap or something like that and gone on, fine, okay. This guy's gone, taunted, yelled at him like that. Because I remember it was last year, Fede Valverde, he scored and he had a like really, really emotional, animated at the celebration. That's because one of the players had taunted him, talked to him earlier in that game and had celebrated right in front of his face. So he just retaliated, give it back. For me, that's fine, that's fair game. But if there's like, it's unprovoked, you do it initially. For me, that's like unsportsmanlike.
I disagree.
No, I agree. I'm just thinking it's part of the game. I'm someone who doesn't trash talk. All right, I let my game speak for itself. But if an opposition comes to trash talk to me, bring it on. Bring it on. Like if you want to trash talk, okay. I'm not gonna trash talk back. Actually, once I trash talk back because he tackled me and then he went to fight. I was like, what the fuck are you gonna do? But it's just part of it. Like you can't get mad at someone trash talking.
For me, it depends who goes and says it. Like I mean, for me, trash.
Or
If you
Mbappe
start,
is the prince.
no. For me, it depends if you instigate. Like if how am I trying to put it here? If you go and like because the thing is, especially in a game like that too. Obviously, okay, you will say he won. This guy dropped a hattie on you guys as well. Like it's fine. You can trash talk when this guy's not playing well.
Okay, but they won.
True. You go and say that, but this guy goes and scores a hattie on him. Had Kuchi Kumero on his ass a couple times in that game as well. Like there's also like moments, so on and so forth. Like buddy, be conscious of like
it's shameless.
It's like when Martinez was making fun of Mbappe with the baby, you know, Mbappe, so on and so forth. Like
no, that was a bit too far. That was a bit too far.
But for me, it's like, well, if you're fine with Cuchi Romero going and yelling in his face like that, I mean,
who are you comparing that? One guy is doing it in the heat of the moment after he's talking.
No, I agree. For me, it's not a crazy stretch. If you're fine with him going and calling, like getting on like that, then it's not a massive leap. No,
Oh,
I think
that's in
obviously
the
what
game.
Martinez did is worse. I'm not denying that. What Martinez did
Yeah,
is
but
like,
that's in the game. That's in the game. That's completely understandable. Martinez
Bro,
is just acting
I've
like a
done,
clown after
like,
when he got the
I just don't think,
golden glove, and he was fucking it in front of everyone. Like
yeah,
he's a kid.
bro, like he throws the ball before like people can, he throws the ball in front of the player so that they can go pick it up to take the penalty. Like he does a bunch of shit, just a bunch of
I mean,
antics. It's part of the game. Like I remember when I was
the
playing
dark
basketball,
arts
like
stuff like.
I remember in high school this time I was playing basketball. This dude elbowed me right in the fucking chest, dude. Like when I was going up for a lip, elbowed me right in the fucking chest. So I just tripped him up on a fast break. I literally tripped him up on purpose, had my leg out, tripped him. He fell full speed, and then he got up immediately, came in my face, and I said, "Yo, your breath fucking stinks. Don't talk to me, dog." Like, bro, that's how it is, bro. Like,
Yeah,
it's
but that's
just
fine.
it's
But
part of the game.
like the thing is, though, he's
It's part of the
instigated that,
game.
and even then, that's like fair.
Yeah,
like,
but I don't like you're just saying that, if you're saying if Mbappe didn't do, if there is no if, Mbappe be talking shit. If you talk to Mbappe, Mbappe's actually gonna like that. He's gonna like it if you talk shit to him, because then that gives him leeway to talk shit back. It's part of the game.
So okay, so then would you say that are there any limits? So what would you say, for
Limits
example?
are like,
I'll use the example. I'll use the
if you
example.
talking about
So
somebody, you talk about somebody's loved one, it gets crazy. If you start talking about people's loved one,
Yeah,
I mean,
when I remember
Zidane,
Villarreal player talked about Valverde's or the Zidane one. Yeah. No, Zidane. Obviously, I'm not French, so I don't care that France lost the World Cup. But I fully support what Zidane did there because Materazzi went over a huge line there. You can't do that, man.
But then again, people are going to say that's part of the game. I mean, they'll say it worked. But like, do you guys think that, let's say, for example, somebody here should he be given a yellow? Because I could equally defend. I mean, hey, I'm just speaking.
No, that was a red card.
But then
Zidane knows that was a red card.
No, but as in, like, you should Materazzi been given a yellow for that, like for instigating or for something like that?
No, because nobody knows what he said.
If assuming that you heard what he said.
No, he
if the referee hears,
yeah, I'm assuming I'm going under the assumption like other people could heard it, collaborated, and go and say that that's what he said. Because otherwise, then you can go and say that people should be allowed. Like if somebody goes and like a white player calls a black player calls the N-word with an hard ER in the game, and they crash out, and you'll go say, "I got under your skin, it worked." Then it's fine, it's fair game. That's for me the stuff like if it's for me it's not that much more crazier. It's like, where do you then draw the line? If you're able to go and celebrate right in front.
Did you see that clip of a player who ran straight to the referee after he there was like some racial taunting or something? Do you guys remember that?
Hannibal?
I think it was some
Hannibal, yeah. Hannibal.
Oh, it was Hannibal Medri. Oh, that was Hannibal Medri.
Yeah.
I guess some bum team. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No, Junior.
No, for me, I just thought that was
when we play Villa, we have to fucking smack Martinez. I don't like him as just a human.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Martinez.
We have to smack
there's
him,
for
man.
me even like
Dembouz. I know if Dembouz scores a goal,
yeah. It's like even like the whole thing of Martinez going and like kicking the ball away. I mean, I'm not even sure if that's my teammate and you go and you do that. I'm not even sure. It's like for me, it's just like. For me, there's a level of sportsmanship. Dude. For me, I mean, I get like for me, there's like a level, but like going and kicking things out, because then it's like, okay, like what about going and like scuffing up the penalty box as well? Like before somebody takes a kick, you're going to say, "Oh, it's a part of the game. It's a part of the game. You do whatever you take." Because that's the thing. Because then people
he can do that, but people hate it for it.
Yeah, but the thing is,
the consequences of doing stuff like that, people will hate you. That's it.
Yeah, but you say it's just a part of the game, though. If somebody goes and scuffs off the penalty box, the penalty shot before a thing, you say that's fine. Like for me, things like going and trying to get an advantage, like even things like diving, trying things like exaggerating. For me, that's I'm more okay with it. But going in like this, you scored your goal, going specifically and like in front of him like that. For me, that's different. If you talk, fine. You go back, fine. So on and so forth.
Like, I don't even understand. Like you're making that so much big. Like he just celebrated in front of him. What's the big deal with that? I don't get it. You're saying that as an Mbappe fan, you're heated that Mbappe.
No. For me, I mean, if it's happened in other games as well. But the thing for me, that one is just because unless
Dembele literally
obviously
did that
you
this
guys.
season.
Pardon?
Dembele did that to Gazaniga. Dembele literally did that this season to Gazaniga.
Yeah, like I mean, for me, that's
And the
like
Girona game.
I'm not the biggest fan of going and doing that specifically. Like even like the Holland, like when he went, he goes and he like took the ball and smacked it against Gabriel. Like for me, stuff like that is not. Like but you'll go and say that's part of the game because for me, it's like okay, then what's the difference between somebody, a player going and calling, somebody like using a racial slur and saying I'm trying to get under his skin, doing that. You'll say whatever it takes. Like even if
honestly, my opinion about that is part of the game, but.
Really? I mean, I'll go and say
agree.
like you don't do that. Don't do that.
I know that sounds wild to say, but
he's doing a very disgusting and immoral thing. But
yeah, for me, it's immoral.
He can do if he wants to do that. He can do that.
A lot of players be saying things, bro. Like I mean, KG told Carmelo, "Hey, your wife tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios, man." Word on the street is your wife tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios. Like, bro, this.
Okay, but then you're fine with what Materazzi said about Zidane's sister or mother or what?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
No, part of the game.
Okay, so even the same thing with Fede Valverde, that whoever that player going and making fun of him losing. Part of the game.
Unfortunately, part of the game.
Okay, all right, fine. I guess I mean, for me that's too far. Like I mean, keep it to the.
No, these are two men, professional. They're going at a war. This is their job.
Yeah, but then keep it about that. Keep it about that. Like keep it about the game. If you're gonna go and smack talk about the game. When you start bringing up family, this, that, and the other.
No, but that's the even with the fans.
No,
thing,
I can agree that it gets.
They don't really care about that stuff. They just want
to do
under that
person.
Yeah, it is immoral. Heavy.
Yeah, but
then
you can't take that out the game.
But then you use this part of the game. So like should be punished for that though? That's my question.
No, from the referee, no.
And what's said on the field stays on the field. What's said on the pitch should stay on the pitch. It should not.
Okay, but if what is said on the pitch, like can you be like reprimanded for that? I don't think you can't be doing whatever you want. Like there's limits to what you have. Because again, the whole thing. Because then you're gonna get
just words.
Because then I know I agree. Like for me, if somebody even if somebody goes and calls me the N word with a hard ER, for me it's like, buddy, I don't like. Who are you? Like, it's like the whole old adage, 16 stones may break my bones, but words will not offend me. Like it's not like who are you? It's not that deep. But the thing is, like you should still not be doing so. Because then you get onto the slippery road. Like if somebody goes in a stadium and people are going like the whole Vinny thing. Obviously, for me, Vinny is. Where I disagree with Vinny is Vinny goes and he instigates. He goes and riles up the fans. And so there is some aspects of buddy, like you're going, like you are.
Yeah, that's why he's not a victim. He's not
true.
A victim.
But for me, on the other hand, that doesn't though condone the actions of those supporters. It
doesn't justify what they say.
Exactly, I agree. But the thing is though, if you go and you say that, if you're allowed to use the ER and that stuff, when those fans go and say that, you're saying it's a part of the game. It's the fans. They should be able to say what they want.
I would still say supporters and players is different.
And as a player, this is
even though at the end of the day, I even think football's going to work with the fans thing, man. Just eat it up, man. Just accept it.
Yeah, like honestly, bro,
this sounds Poland fans to clap for you.
This gonna sound wild to say, but as a player, like racist chants should not affect you, dude. Like
I agree. Racism overrated.
Like bro, it's just some fucking dude. Think about it. It's some fucking loser in the stands. That's probably
no. It's not. I mean, I because like for me in my personal life, I'm like that. If somebody calls me like that, I don't care. But the thing is, there's also like I agree to a certain degree with you. First and foremost, not everybody has the emotional intelligence to be able to brush things off like that. Some people are not like aren't thick-skinned like that, and obviously we can go and say it's part of the culture, so on and so forth. But there's also a huge difference in 1, 2, 5 people saying it, and and the difference in 90,000 people or how many other people it is.
It's never that long. It's never that many people. It's typically a small group. Okay, it's like one.
No. With the Vinny stuff, you can hear it's a noisy amount. Like when it's over like thousands of people going and telling you.
Thousands of people shouting what? Like what? They're calling him monkey or what?
Yeah, monkey, things like that. As in, yeah, I mean, like
thousands. You're saying it's in the thousands. I don't think so, dude. It's definitely a loud minority, but it's not in the thousands. There's no way.
Okay, you think of a stadium like no. There's definitely thousands. Like was it Villarreal or Valencia that the main one? There was definitely times they were palpable. You could hear it. The most of the stadium saying that.
It's a fucking Most of the time, it's some drunk retard.
Yeah, but then
Okay,
people
who's
join
making
in with
pennies
them
on the
and they say
dollar,
it. Like kids are
who's
saying it as
lost.
well.
Yeah, but
I think Junior, where
kids.
Vinny ruined it for himself is when he told all the opposition fans, "Yes, this gets under my skin and affects my performance." And now everyone has started doing it. It started in one Valencia game. Everyone saw how Vinny acted, and now all the opposition fans are using that as ammunition. From a moral standpoint, do I justify racism and all of this? Absolutely no. Absolutely no. The fans should not be doing that. But at the end of the day, those are opposition fans. They're trying to get under your skin, and they're gonna say that, and you just have to be able to accept it. And you said yes, some people maybe aren't thick-skinned. How do people thicken their skin? By accepting adversity in life.
True, but I
But
mean,
this
for me,
entire generation now, it's all been about cry, cry, put out an Instagram posts,
but for
block
me,
people who say what you don't want to hear.
like I agree that there are things like that, but there's also like limits. Like for example, let's say that Fede Valverde one. Let's say in that game the fans knew ahead of time, so on and so forth, and they went and they started like making tifos about it and mocking him and talking about it, and the entire fan saying "baby" or like in whatever minute it was, like they lose a child and whatnot, and they start laughing, mocking stuff like that.
I
Like
mean, that's way worse than racism. So I think maybe you
no,
could
but for something like for
La,
me,
La Liga
if
could intervene.
well, for me, if you go and you say like, "Oh, it's fine," like for instance to go and say like, for me, it's like there's a line you can't go. If you want to talk about the pitch and you're bad, fine, fair enough, that's perfectly okay. But like even the whole thing of like
If
like the
that's a group
buckle,
of fans, yeah, like it's fucked up. But I'm just saying as an athlete, you got to have thick skin, man. Like in the ancient times when you were a gladiator, you had, if you're
not everybody
fighting,
was a gladiator.
no, not everybody, but I mean, you'd probably have, thousands of people chanting, kill him, do this, like whatever, same thing with Kobe. Kobe at some away arena, you have people chanting, Kobe sucks, Kobe sucks, Kobe sucks. He lives off of that
Yeah,
shit. That
but
shit
saying
actually
that's
fucking.
fine. That's the sporting stuff. Imagine he gone and like lost a child, or like let's say so like you lost your mom
But
and
no
then
one's really
they
done
make
that. No
fun
one's
of
done
it.
that.
Like
That's
let's say
very
for
rare.
example, like let's say they did something disgusting and like they figured out what like how old your mom was, and at that minute they all started for that minute started chanting, having
Players
like
don't do
60.
that though. Players don't go that low. The most of the, if we're being
But
real, like
let's say
being
the fans did
realistic.
that
But stop
though.
saying let's say. Stop saying let's say. The fans. It's rare. It's really the furthest they'll go is really just like racist chants.
I'm talking
And
about
what is a
mothers
racist chant? Like what is, or yeah, mothers, yeah, son of a
and well
bitch.
children as
They're basically
well.
just saying son of a bitch. Like you're the son of a bitch. Like I mean, and son of a bitch is just, it's just a term. It's not really them going at your mother. It's just like a term. It's just, it's just a general term for an asshole. Like, that's all it is. But yeah, I don't think fans really stoop that low to like, mock like a
Some
dead
fans,
loved
some
one.
fans,
A dead
some
loved one.
fans.
Some fans. I mean,
No,
you
no,
gotta
no,
show
no.
me. You gotta show me where these
I,
precedents were set. Like, you gotta show me.
I mean, there's some ultra groups who've gone fan like when there's been ultra people who have passed away, they've gone and openly mocked them. Like, there's several instances of that. Even PSG, there's been cases of that as well. Like,
When? Like, enlighten me.
I mean, there's been times in the what was it? Um, uh, like there's been cases about Millwall fans are known for this. There's been times people away fans have mocked Liverpool fans of like the Hillsbury disaster and all the people passed like made chants about it, so on and so forth and stuff like that. Um, like for me, things like that is like yeah, no, it's low blow. Like even for me, there
Okay.
was the whole like for me, yeah, that's a low blow. Going making fans like yeah go if you want to keep it to the game and you think this person's bad and so on and so forth, or like making fun of managers or getting the sack, so on and so forth, yeah, fine, go on, fair enough, that's fair play. But when you go and you make it like personal, nah, that's too far. Because like how many times
With
was
the fans, okay,
like
yeah. With the
Kobe, like
fans, there
were they
should be a
making
limit. But with the
like
fans, there
even
should be a
with
limit. But okay,
like
if they're calling Kobe a rapist because he had that case, and he's probably had that from fans as well. Like,
is that okay
because he had
though?
that. It's not okay, but I mean, a guy like Kobe, he feeds off of that energy. as fucked up as that sounds.
You know, okay. I mean, the thing is, we can't assume that everybody's sort of just like that. Like, I mean, I'm not even gonna lie.
I feel like you need to be thick-skinned to be an athlete, man. Like,
no, I agree.
you're making millions for a reason. You're like
I agree, but
that
there's
shit should
also
not phase you, man.
no. I don't think it's that simple. I don't think it's that simple.
It should
Like-
not phase you, man.